when I post pictures of my corals online, I get comments like this from the people that check them out. And I've got 5 tips for you that are instantly going to help you take better pictures of your coral. These first 2 tips might be something that you've never even thought of, but they help tremendously when you're getting ready to take pictures. The first one is to clean your glass several hours prior to when you want to take the pictures. When you clean the glass, it releases all of this stuff into the aquarium that's now in the water column and is going to be in between your lens and the corals you're trying to take pictures of. With that dirty detritus and whatnot floating all around the tank, it's going to muddy up and put snow in your pictures that are just going to detract from the quality of those images. Cleaning that glass a couple of hours prior is going to give the tank time to filter that stuff out of the water and increase the quality of your pictures significantly. The second one is I'm going to recommend that you turn off all of the flow in the aquarium. Turn off your return pumps, turn off your flow pumps, and anything like that. Having corals that are usually flowing in the breeze still is going to be able to allow you to capture more crispy and more clear pictures of those same corals. Now, if you are using like a mobile phone or something, you can still set your aperture speed and your priority settings and stuff to make sure that you get a good crispy picture if you want to, but having those corals being still is going to give you a lot better chance at getting a good, crisp, clean image. Now, the third and fourth tips kind of go hand in hand, but it depends on what device you're using to take your pictures with. Most of us these days want to snap a quick couple of pictures with our phone so that we can show our friends or post them on social media and things. So using a phone that has a pro mode in it is going to help you tremendously. You can set the white balance up closer to 10K, and that's going to take some of the blue out of the picture so that you can get a good, accurate representation of what the coral looks like without the blues being oversaturated. Now, if you don't have a smartphone with a pro mode, or you don't have a phone that has a white balance option, you can use something like this from IceCap. This is a filter lens that you can clip over the front of the camera, and it's going to do very similarly to the same thing as changing your white balance. It's going to filter out some of that blue coloration. This one even comes with multiple colors of filters, and you can mix and match them if you need to get that coloration that you're looking for. In with this, you're also going to want to use the wide angle lens on your phone. If you go to the telephoto lens, this is starting to use digital zoom, and that's not something you really want. That's going to detract away from the image quality because it uses an algorithm to create that zoom instead of a physical lens movement creating that zoom. Along with that, try not to zoom too much. It's better to take a picture from a little further away and then zoom into that picture and crop it down in post-processing, rather than zooming really close up front when you're taking the photo and then having a little bit of a grainy picture later on. Look up the specifics of your phone and find out when the digital zoom takes place, and make sure that you don't go past that threshold when you're getting ready to take your shots. Last tip that I'm going to give you, and arguably possibly the most important one, is put your phone flat against the glass of the aquarium. This is going to do multiple things, from removing any reflections that you get from windows or doors or background behind you when you're taking your shots, but it's also going to stabilize the camera on your phone and basically make sure that the camera doesn't move when you're taking these photos. And a camera that doesn't move is automatically by default going to take a better picture than one that's moving around. In addition to this, having a camera that is off angle or skewed a little bit with the glass is going to have a problem focusing on the subject, and you're going to end up with a little bit of a refraction wave in your picture, and that's just not going to make for a good image. So using these tips, you can increase your image quality of your corals in your tank from something that looks like this to something that looks more like this. And I think if you did this, you would instantly see improvement in your coral pictures. Leave me a comment down below if you have a tip that I didn't cover in this video that helps you take better pictures of your corals, and be sure to subscribe to the channel and then watch this video on screen right now. I think you'll find it pretty interesting.